Dozens freed in new Ukraine-Russia prisoner swap. While fighting is raging in the east and south of Ukraine, a significant drone strike was made in Kyiv on Wednesday. Since the Russian invasion started on February 24, tens of thousands of people have died, millions more have been displaced, and cities have been left in ruins. Zelensky stated in his customary evening video address that there is no calm on the front line and added that Russia was using artillery to decimate eastern villages such that only naked wreckage and holes were left. Zelensky stated this week that as a first step toward putting an end to the largest battle in Europe since World War II, Russia should begin its withdrawal from its nation by Christmas. Moscow explicitly rejected the plan, arguing that for any progress to be achieved, Ukraine must acknowledge the loss of its land to Russia. Despite the prisoner releases indicating that some communication between the two sides still existed, it was said on Wednesday that there was no likelihood of a Christmas ceasefire. In recent weeks, hundreds of prisoners have been released in exchange, and negotiations to restore Russian exports of a fertilizer ingredient and extend a grain agreement have made some headway. An all-for-all exchange of war prisoners could be an option, the head of the International Committee of the Red Cross, ICRC, proposed, but he emphasized that it was up to Russia and Ukraine to come to an agreement. According to ICRC President Mirjana Spaljerik, large swaps can increase trust and have served as the first step to a bigger agreement. There are thought to be thousands of such prisoners, though neither the Red Cross nor the two sides have provided exact figures for each nation. The U.S. national released in the most recent swap was Marie Ketsi, according to a U.S. official who spoke to the Associated Press under the condition of anonymity. According to the official, Marie Ketsi was held by Russian authorities and had been living in or close to the southern city of Kherson. Project Dynamo, an organization claiming to have assisted in his recovery, stated that Marie Ketsi was a veteran of the U.S. Air Force who had been held hostage by Russian forces in June. Since October, Russia has targeted Ukraine's energy infrastructure with its attacks, which it refers to as a special military operation. Kyiv has asked its Western friends for assistance in strengthening the nation's air defenses. On Thursday, the U.S. is anticipated to announce that Ukraine will receive the sophisticated Patriot missile defense system. If transferred to Ukraine, the Patriot would be a lawful target, according to Moscow. A Patriot missile delivery, according to the Russian embassy in Washington, D.C., would be another provocative step by the administration, which could have unanticipated effects. It went on to say that such a deployment would do enormous harm not only to Russian-American ties but would also increase global security dangers. According to Zelensky, Ukraine is trying to acquire more advanced and potent anti-aircraft and anti-drone equipment. The country's utility networks have suffered significant damage as a result of the Russian attacks, which have disrupted water and electricity supplies and left millions of people without heat in bitterly cold weather. According to the military of Ukraine, during the previous day the enemy launched 1 air and 11 missile strikes, 3 of them on civilian infrastructure, and launched more than 60 attacks from multiple rocket launchers in the regions of Kharkiv, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia. Both sides have not made substantial territorial advances over the past month despite a series of quick Ukrainian counteroffensives that saw Kyiv retake almost half of the land Moscow had taken in the first weeks of the war.